Did you hear that? Come on, will you please?
Did I hear what?
That whistle. That's the Rinso White whistle.
And Rinso means us.
That's right. Rinso gets clothes Rinso White. And Rinso presents the Amos and Andy Show. Whitewash.
With ease.
A Rinso Bright Wash.
With safety.
Whether it's your whitewash or your washable colors, Rinso gets out stubborn dirt fast. Gives you a wash that's a pleasure to hang out on the line. Whitewash? Yes, Rinso White. Washable colors? Yes, Rinso Bright. Safely, even after dozens of washings. And ladies, Rinso's great for all your soap and water jobs. With those soapy-rich suds in the dishpan, you'll get the biggest pile of pots and pans, plates and platters, shining clean in far less time. And thorough as it is, Rinso's easy on your hands. Get Rinso for dishwashing, for house cleaning, and for a wash that's Rinso White and Rinso Bright. And now our stars, Amos and Andy. It's very seldom that Andrew H. Brown takes his feet off the desk long enough to put his hands to work there. But it seems today is one of those rare occasions. At the moment, he has a pencil behind each ear and one in his hand with the figures in front of him. The Kingfish has just walked in.
Well, Andy, you're really going after it there.
Yeah, I just finished. And I didn't realize it. But figures don't lie.
Yeah, what you got there, son?
Oh, this is bad, Kingfish.
Yeah.
In 1943, it was 55. In 1944, the figures showed that it dropped down to 22. And in 1945, things look almost hopeless. The figure's down to 8.
Tell me this. Is that serious, Andy?
Certainly it's serious when a man like me only gets 8 Valentines.
Is that what you figuring out there, Valentine?
Yeah, well, I done set out 20 Valentines, and I only got 8. I has handed out 80% more love than I took in. Romantically, I is in the red. You know that?
Yeah, me and my wife used to send each other Valentine cards before we was married, but we ain't done it since.
Well, even if you married, you ought to send Valentine. That'd give you all a chance to let each other know that you was still in love.
Oh, yeah. Me and my wife believes in that. The only trouble is we can't stop fighting long enough to go out and get no cards. That's the trouble.
Is you fighting again?
Oh, she doing the fighting. I just trying to maintain my neutrality. That's all I do.
Same trouble about you getting a job?
Yeah, she give me that, George, will you go to work? George, why don't you get a job? George, will you make some money?
Strange woman, ain't she?
Yeah, she even called me a bum. And you know, Anna, when you come right down to it, there's no difference between me and a man that's retired.
There ain't?
No, you take a man that's retired. The first step, he make himself $1 million. Second step, he quit working and he take it easy. Exactly the same, except I cut out the first step, that's all.
Yeah, well, how did your wife feel about that argument?
Oh, I couldn't use that one on her. What I say to her, I say, honey, I can't get the job, but I can't get the right job. But don't worry, honey, the right one will come along yet. You see, Andy, if I keep trying, I figure the law of average is going to take care of me.
What law is that?
Look, stupid. What does you have to know what it is for? I told you that it takes care of you. Now, that's all you got to know.
Yeah, but you ain't told me how. Is it like the WPA, or is you got to get up out of bed and go down and get your money?
You know, I was exasperated before I started talking to you. Now I double exasperated.
Well, what is the law of average?
All right, dumbhead, if you insist on knowing, I'm going to tell you. The law of average is, let me give you another law. If you throw a rock straight up in there, now straight up, what happens?
It comes down and pops you on the head.
No, what I mean is, what goes up must come down. There's a magnet in the earth. Now, there's a law, too, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. That's the law of gravy.
Not gravy, cavity, that is.
Well, is that what you and your wife is arguing about?
No, the trouble with my wife is she judges me by little things, like not going to work. She never judges me about what's inside of me. No, you know, Andy, it's what's inside of a man that's important. The intangible.
Yeah, what?
The intangible.
What you mean?
Well, the intangible means, now let me see the best way to explain it to you. Which you want, the Webster or the Flunkin' Wagner? Now, which you want?
Flunkin' who?
And look here, intangible means, let's get back to the law of gravy.
Well, wait a minute. Tell me about the intangible, will you?
Well, let's put it another way. Intangible is something that you can't put your finger on.
Like a hot stove?
No.
Well, look here. Look, if I got an itch in the center of my back and I can't get my finger on it, would that be intangible?
No. Now, I'm going to show you where you're wrong. Now, that's just the itch in a bad location. You see, intangible is something that nobody can put the finger on. You see, even if you couldn't put your finger on your itch, I could put my finger on it.
Not if I don't tell you where it is, you can't.
Do me a personal favor. Let's forget about the whole thing.
Yeah, well, where are you going?
I go across the street to the newsstand and pick up a newspaper. I'll be back in just a minute.
All right.
Well, hi there, King Pete. Hello there, Amos. Be back in just a minute.
Come on in, son. Come on in. Come on up here.
Yeah. What you doing with all them pencils behind you there, Andy? Going to work?
Work? You ain't hid about things, is you?
What you mean, Andy? No.
The new law they done passed.
New law?
Oh, boy, you was living in ignorance. Don't tell me you ain't heard about the average law.
No, I ain't heard nothing about it. What is it?
Oh, the law takes care of you now. Suppose you was in bed with your back itching and you can't scratch it.
You mean, sick?
Certainly. You laying there with the intangible. I see I got to explain the whole thing to you.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're talking about, Andy.
Well, look here. Supposing you standing by a red-hot stove and you throw a rock up in the air. The thing come down and land in the gravy. It's what's inside of a man that counts.
You know, Andy, if it was August, I would think that the heat done got to you again. That's what I think. Well, boys, I just got back to tell you that I'm going home and face the battle.
Yeah, well, give her my love.
What's the matter, Kingfish? Your wife on the warpath again? What do you mean again, Amos? The only time she off the warpath is when it needs repaving. She's the one that wore it out.
You know he didn't even send his wife a Valentine, Amos.
Oh, I tell you the trouble, though, Amos. My wife claims she done lost respect for me. She claims that everybody in town is asking her when I go into work like other men.
Yeah, well, good luck to you when you reach a line of battle.
Oh, I going home and convince her that she got to have more respect for me than she been having.
Is that you, George?
Yes, honey. Your baby is home.
I suppose my big, strong husband is home after another hard day's loafing.
No, just went down, picked up a newspaper so I can look through the want ads, honey. Any mail?
One letter come there. There it is on the table.
Just me, huh? Let's see here. Well, look, honey, Valentine. Listen to this, honey. There are men who are strong and men who are sweet. There are men who can do no wrong and every way complete. There are men who work hard and always behave. There are men who are prosperous for money they save. Well, honey, how you like that up to there? I guess you know what the outside world think of me now. Listen a little more here. Listen to this.
Yes, go ahead.
Say here, of these kind of men, I know quite a few. So for a change, I'm sending this Valentine to a lazy, no-good, worthless bum like you, sign unknown friend. Now, wait a minute. Who in the world done had the nerve to send me a Valentine like this?
George, I'm mortified.
Now, wait a minute, you honey.
If that's what the outside world thinks of the man I'm married to, I'm ashamed to face my friend.
Now, honey, look here, but don't you see, though, somebody just trying to make me feel bad. Somebody playing a joke on me.
This ain't no joke. And if this is what they think of my husband, then I think it's high time that you go out from here and get to work and stop embarrassing your wife.
Yeah, but, honey, look here, I is going to work, honey. I keep telling you I is.
When is you going to work?
Well, honey, I figuring on going to work next, soon as I see how the post-war gonna shape up, that's what.
You've been waiting for that since the last war.
Well, now, listen, honey, I don't let a little crazy Valentine like this get you upset.
Upset? I'm ashamed to go out of the house.
Well, now listen, I'm going to find out who sent me that Valentine, and I'm going to knock their block off. Now look here. Look here, will you? On Lodge Hall Stationery, Mystic Knights of the Sea. So it must be one of them brothers down there. Maybe I can trace it through the printing in the signature and the printing on the envelope. Listen, I'm going in the other room, get my overcoat, and I'm going to trail this guy right away.
Okay, George. Well, that Valentine certainly got under old George's skin. I hope it'll make him go out from here and get himself a job. I wonder what he'd say if he knew that I was the one that sent him. George, did you find your coat?
Oh, yeah, honey, I got it here, and I'm on my way down now to find out who the person is that sent me that insulting Valentine.
Oh, you is?
Yeah, and listen, I don't want you to get all worked up about the thing neither, honey. Now, I'll tell you something. I've been analyzing the printing on the envelope, and I done come to one conclusion.
What's that?
It was writ by an idiot.
Let's go back to the Lodge Hall and hear the Mystic Knights of the Sea Quartet sing Evelina.
Evelina, won't you ever take a shine to that moon? Evelina, ain't you bothered by the bobolinks too? Tell me how long you gonna keep delaying the day? Don't you reckon it's wrong, trifling with April this way? Evelina, won't you pay a little mind to me soon? Wake up, the earth is fair, the fruit is fine. Ah, but what's the use of smelling watermelon clinging to another fellow's vine? Evelina, roll off that vine and then be mine. Be
you to sue the fella that sent me this insulting Valentine if I can find him.
Now, take it easy, Kingfish. Take it easy. Calm down. First thing I got to do is find out if you got a case. If you got a case.
Well, sure I got a case. Just look at the facts. Yeah, my wife was mad with me for not working anyway. Then the Valentine come. Now, if I don't get up enough energy to go out and go to work, she gonna beat my head off.
Oh, wait a minute, Kingfish. Wait a minute. Maybe you have got a case. Maybe you have. Yes, indeed. And now that I reconsider, this comes under the Manpower Commission. The Manpower Commission.
The Manpower Commission? How you figure that?
Well, if you don't get up some power and go to work like a man, your wife gonna put you out of commission. That's the Manpower Commission. Finally had it.
Now, look here, Gabby. I know it was one of the Lodge brothers sent me the thing, but suppose I can't find out which one done it. Can I sue the whole lodge? That's what it was.
Oh, no, indeed, not the whole lodge. Not the lodge. Just the brother that sent it. And we got to find out who that is. Now, let me see the Valentine. Let me see it. Maybe we can analyze it. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, here it is, Gabby. Take a look at it. You ain't read it yet.
Yeah, let me read it. They sure know you, don't they? Now, let me examine the paper. Yeah, it looks like count paper that's made up in Canada in the Canadian paper mills. That's a lead, now. That's a lead.
Made up in Canada, too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Kingfish, now you got to go to Canada to the paper mills. Find out what stores in the United States have sold this kind of paper to. This kind of paper. Oh, we're really closing in now.
Yeah, now we're getting someplace. What's the next step?
When you get to Canada, they'll tell you that they done sold it in every state in the Union. Every state. So the next step is forget Canada and try some other method.
Yeah, but as long as we getting no place, let's keep it local, Gabby. Yeah, I want to ask you one question. I want you to answer me straight. Did you send me that Valentine calling me a lazy, no-good, worthless bum?
Me send you that? I didn't send it, Kingfish. I didn't send it because if I was going to send you a Valentine, I'd write you a sweet one. Yes, indeed, a sweet one.
Yeah, well, why didn't you send me one then, Gabby?
Because I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with the word stupid.
What'd you want to see me about, Kingfish?
Sit down. Andy Brown, look me in the eye.
What's the matter?
I had some trouble.
Something happened to that law of average?
No, Andy, look me in the eye. Somebody sent me a Valentine saying that I was a lazy, no-good, worthless bum. You done it.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
I did.
You did.
Sure is a monotonous conversation we got here.
Yeah, I done put two and two together at you.
Well, I knows that you was a lazy, no-good, worthless bum, but I ain't sent it to you as no Valentine. I wouldn't be that crazy.
Yeah, well, I gonna find out who sent the thing. You sure you didn't send it?
Listen, Kingfish, I didn't send it.
Yeah, who you think done it?
Well, somebody with no brains.
Yeah, who would send me a Valentine to my house and make my wife hit the ceiling? Boy, I telling you, my wife now, since she done see that thing, won't give me a minute's rest till I get a job. Who would have done a thing like that?
Well, you look for somebody that ain't got no brains. Some dumb clunk. Somebody that don't know they is alive. Some stupid guy.
Hello, everybody.
There's your man.
Lightning, come here.
Yeah, sit down, Lightning.
Yes, sir.
Lightning, you was trapped. Now, one of the brothers sent me a Valentine saying that I was a lazy, no-good, worthless bum.
That sure was nice of 'em to remember you.
Listen, Lightning. Valentine's Day has got you in a lot of trouble, you know it. Now, admit it.
Yes, I admit it got me in trouble. You see, I forgot to send my wife a Valentine.
Well, did you send the Kingfish one?
No, sir.
Lightning, take that pen out of that potato there on the desk and dip it into ink.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're doing. You got him cornered.
Here's a piece of paper.
Yes, sir.
This'll tell the story.
Now, Lightning.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is good as fingerprints, you know that?
Oh, I knew it. I was going to trap him.
Oh, sure, you got him.
What do you want me to do?
Lightning, I want you to print your name on that piece of paper. Print it.
Yes, sir. My name, Lightning. How you spell that?
Oh.
With Rinso in your tub or washer, you'll find wash day lots easier.
I'll say it is. And how?
And why? Those soapy-rich Rinso suds get out stubborn dirt fast. No back-breaking rubbing or scrubbing. Not with Rinso. Just as little as a 10-minute soak. Then a few quick finger rubs on extra dirty places and rinse. And if you're lucky enough to have a washer, it takes as little as a 5-minute run per load.
So much quicker. You said it.
And ladies, what a wash you turn out. Your white table linens, men's shirts, sheets, and pillow slips all come dazzling Rinso white. You know. Your loveliest washable colors, pretty printed house dresses and aprons, blouses, all come safely Rinso bright. That's, yes, you'll get a wash that any woman would be mighty proud to hang out on the line.
A honey of a wash. A dream of a wash.
And Rinso's economical, too, because those peppy, soapy-rich suds are long-lasting. Try Rinso next wash day.
Shorty, I want to ask you a question.
Oh, hello, Kingfish. What's the matter?
Did you send me a Valentine?
A Valentine?
Yeah, answer me. Did you send me one?
Oh, no, I didn't send you a Valentine. Why would I want to send you? I never heard of nobody. It seems silly for me to send a Valentine to send one to. I didn't know you cared.
Shorty, look here. I mean a comic Valentine. Some brother sent me an insulting one, calling me a lazy, no-good, worthless bum, and I thought maybe it was you.
No, it wasn't me. But I don't blame you for being mad. I know on Valentine's Day, a fella likes to get a Valentine that says nice things about him.
Yeah, that's the idea exactly, Shorty.
Yeah, you know something, Kingfish? I nearly got a Valentine this year tell me that I was handsome, romantic, and one of the most attractive men.
What do you mean you nearly got one?
It cost me 10 cents more than I wanted to spend.
Now, look here. Sending yourself a card, huh? That's one way to get a nice one.
Oh, it's the best way. You ought to see the beauty I got for myself on my birthday. What a surprise. You know, I sent myself a present, too.
A present, huh? That's nice.
No, it wasn't. I didn't get what I was hoping for.
Well, now, never mind this stuff, Shorty. In my case, it ain't only getting the insulting Valentine that I'm mad at. It's the misery that it's caused me.
Yeah, the misery.
Yeah, the fella calling me a bum. Agreed with my wife's opinion of me. Now she mad and ready to walk out on me. What would you call a fella like that who would make my wife want to leave me?
He's a pal.
Hell, nothing. I loves my wife. Shorty, I gotta find out the fella that sent me that Valentine, or I ain't gonna sleep a wink till I find him.
That's gonna be tough on you, Kingfish. I remember one time when something was bothering me, I didn't sleep for 4 days.
4 days? You must have been exhausted.
Yeah, it would have even been worse if I hadn't slept nights.
Now, well, since you ain't the one that sent the Valentine, Shorty, I gotta get going and catch the fella.
Yeah, how you figuring on doing it, Kingfish?
Oh, like a real detective, Shorty. Fingerprints, handwriting, and everything else. I done already got me a book about Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, I gonna use the exact same methods that he done used.
Oh, then you ought to catch him, all right, because Sherlock Holmes sure is a great detective. He's the most famous detective that there's never a case that they quit. Sherlock Holmes, he's about the best. He's the best. I like Dick Tracy.
And I tell you that I was at the end of my rope. Yeah, now for 2 days I've been trying to nab the fella that sent me the Valentine, and I just can't find the big bum.
Yeah, well, what about that book on Sherlock Holmes you done bought? Didn't that help you none?
No, I done lost faith in the man.
How come?
Well, it seems that most of the work is done in Scotland Yard. If a man can't afford an office, he ain't got no business working in the yard. I don't want nobody like that.
Well, I agrees with you 100%, Kingfish. What you gonna do now?
Yeah, well, I don't know what I can do. If I don't find the fella that sent me the Valentine and make him admit it to my wife that it was just a joke, she ain't gonna never respect me no more. Yeah, that Valentine got her believing that nobody would have me working for him.
Yeah, you was in a mess, all right, Kingfish. You ain't never gonna get Sapphire to respect you no more.
Yeah, and that really hurt, man, because I love that woman. The only thing that can save me now is a miracle. And let's just pray that something happens.
Well, Kingfish, I is really rooting for you.
Good morning, honey.
Why, George, what are you doing up at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Well, I tell you, honey, just out to show you that I ain't as lazy as you think I is. By the way, I ain't been able to find that idiot who sent me the Valentine. But believe me, whoever he is, he don't know the real me. That Valentine ain't the opinion of my friends.
I'm sure it ain't, George. A letter come for you this morning, and I opened it. And, George, I was so wrong about everything I said about you.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. What letter you done open now, honey? Wait a minute.
I'll read it to you, honey. It's from the Johnson Lumber Company. It says, Dear Mr. Stevens, your name has been submitted to us as a man capable of handling our sales department, and we would like to have you represent us. Please call upon us at your convenience. Very truly yours, the Johnson Lumber Company. Oh, George, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Let me see that, honey. I'm kind of proud of myself here. Let me see it, honey. Let me see
Here it is, George. See, from the Johnson Lumber Company.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a big company.
Yeah.
And they're going to put you in charge of their whole sales department.
Oh, honey, this is great. I'm sure glad to written me this thing here. That show you, honey. Now, you see there, does you have respect for me now?
Oh, darling, how can you even ask? Come sit down a minute, George, will you?
What you mean?
Just sit right here. You remember we used to have a little talk together now and then, and we called it a truth party?
Yeah, truth party. I remember.
You know, we used to talk for 5 minutes, and we'd both tell each other the truth, and only the truth.
Yeah, I remember them 5-minute truth parties, yeah.
Let's have one now, George.
Yeah, what the...
I got something to tell you. Things turned out so good, I just got to tell you.
Okay, honey, shake hands on it.
Right. Now, listen, George. You know the Valentine you got that you said must have been wrote by an idiot?
Yeah?
Well, I'm the idiot.
What? You sent a... Sapphire, how could you...
Well, now, wait a minute,
I know,
George.
but that ain't fair.
Wait, hold everything. Now, George, you remember, that's one of the things we promised each other. We would never get mad during one of these truth parties.
Yeah, that's right. We can't get mad. Well, in that case, honey, I got something to tell you.
Well, what is it, darling?
You know that letter I just got from the Johnson Lumber Company?
Yes.
Well, I, the Johnson Lumber Company.
Amos and Andy will be back in just a moment. Yes, ma'am. A Rinso wash is something to whistle and ring bells about.
Rinso white
For a wash that's white as it can be. Rinso bright.
B-R-I-G-H-T.
Yes, Rinso keeps your colors bright. Get out more dirt for a wash so white. Here's great advice, you can't go wrong.
Rinso white.
Rinso bright. Happy little wash day song.
Use Rinso for a Rinso white wash with ease. A Rinso bright wash with safety. And now here are Amos and Andy.
What is these truth parties you talk about, Kingfish?
Well, for 5 minutes, me and my wife tells each other the truth, and neither one of us is allowed to get mad.
Yeah, well, when'd you have this 5-minute truth party?
We started at exactly 12 o'clock noon today.
Oh, that's great. How'd you come out?
At 12:06, she smacked me with a vase.
Friday evening at this same time when the makers of Rinso will again present the Amos and Andy Show. This program is broadcast to our armed forces all over the world. This is Harlow Wilcox saying goodnight to all of you from all of us and reminding you that the letters you send to your serviceman overseas are your only way of bridging the miles between you. He looks forward to those letters, and when there's no mail from home, he's blue and home seems far away. Now, he'd much rather have short, frequent letters than the long letters that come few and far between. Don't put off writing. Write often. Short, cheerful V-mail letters. There's plenty of room on a V-mail form for 200 handwritten words or 500 typewritten words. You can pack those words with longed-for news about family and friends, about familiar places and familiar things. And V-mail is private. Make your letters overseas frequent. Send them V-mail, the surest form of overseas mail.
It's mild and gentle, yet it gets you extra clean. That's Lifebuoy. A daily bath with Lifebuoy gives you all-over lasting protection against BO. Just hop into a Lifebuoy bath, and you can be sure that you'll get protection that lasts. Yes, it's swell to be extra clean. Lifebuoy clean. Remember, Lifebuoy is the only soap especially made to stop BO. This is the National Broadcasting Company.